Yo, I keep a gangster storing bodies in a dusty attic.
Oh my god.
What, you poop your pants? Did you poop your poopy? Did you poop your pooping pants?
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry. Alright, let me see if I can help you, hon.
Oh my
Kiss your
god. Testing Purple Walls podcast episode. Go fucking eat a dick.
Oh, what the heck's going on? Oh, here we go. Episode Eat a Dick number 3.
This is the hottest podcast in the streets. Oh my god, my mic stand. I don't know. I can't.
Oh, it's gonna come in.
Oh, you can do that? That helps a lot, huh? Jesus Christ.
That should be better and cletter. Hello, Mr. Bladders.
Gotta fix my hair a little bit because it smells.
Smelly
I
hair.
don't know why it smells, but it does.
Smelly hair. Looks good.
I'm not gay.
Oh, look at someone's watching us. What's up, guys? We're just
Hey,
testing
holla
right
at
now.
your boy.
It's just a test of the emergency broadcast system.
It's a test of the emergency
Emergency
broadcast
broadcast system.
emergency.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and search Purple Walls podcast.
Type 1 if you have a giant dick.
Absolutely.
If you have a small dick, type 2.
Yeah, it is.
If you have a vagina, type 0. If you have both,
type 12.
type 12.
Come on, I'll come this. All right, here it goes. Hold on, you talk.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Let's just fucking start the goddamn show then.
All
Fuck
right,
it,
fine.
guys.
Fuck it.
Yo,
All right.
What's up? We got.
Well,
two
hold on.
viewers.
Let's pretend like we turned this on. We just turned it on. Okay, ready?
And
And suck a dick. All right.
welcome.
Welcome everybody. Purple Walls podcast episode. I think
19.
19. We're not really sure, but
is.
I think I'm your host, Crown Jonan, and
Yo,
this is
See Jazzy Fresh to Death. How you doing, Blast?
Woo.
Yo, how you guys doing today? I hope everyone's feeling fine, feeling live.
How big is your dick?
How big's you guys' dick? Yo.
Hit me up on the chat. Let me know how big your Johnson is.
Yes, absolutely. Yo, and I'm growing the her out right now.
Yeah, I want. Just for the record, I want girth and length.
Girth, length, and diameter. Yo,
Isn't diameter girth?
do you think we should have that cam right here? Or you think
Dude, we
it's
got
fine
so
right
many fucking screens. I don't know what's going on. I got 8 screens in front of me
there?
right
I
now.
know, right?
No, the camera's fine.
Yeah,
I don't
you
give a
guys, you guys
fuck.
like this cam angle over here? You can see my piano
Yeah,
and shit.
Yeah, you can.
That's what's up.
Just
yo.
in case you kick us a fucking beat.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. If I want to kick a beat. Speaking of which, I wanted to fucking showcase a little beat that I've been working on. Some
Okay.
unreleased shit.
All right, what's it called?
All right. Well, this one is.
Yo, where's my Star Fox song, dude?
Dude, it's in the works,
It's-
man. Believe me, I got it popping off. I got it popping off.
I
Don't
want my
worry.
Star Fox song.
All right, I'm gonna play this one because this one's kind of fun.
Oh, I like the name of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, it's like a little.
I feel like I should be like shopping for something.
Right.
I feel like I'm in like a hip clothing store
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
something.
say it almost sounds like a Oprah or like a talk show.
Yeah,
You know,
like a beginning.
inspirational talk show. Yeah.
CJ Jazz.
See Jazzy Fresh.
She Jazzy Fresh.
Talk-
daily talk
daily
show.
talk, Daily
We talk about
affirmation
big cocks, gats,
and gluttonous
packs,
fools,
smoking crack,
all that ish.
all that shit.
So I'm gonna take the bass line out of this and I sent it over to Eric Britton.
Oh yeah, he's gonna chop it up.
He's gonna friggin' slap some bass down.
All
I
right.
think it'll sound pretty cool once you throw some bass down on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lead part's the best. Like it'll pop up soon. You'll be like,
Okay.
holy shit, what's going on here?
I need some drugs.
Yeah, I know it's very nostalgic, right?
Yeah, it reminds me of being at a fest.
Right? And it almost sounds like Mario to me. That's what that's why I named it Mario Princess.
Dude,
I feel like it's a safe
do you remember the time we were at a fest and we were in the van and we were like tripping balls and I was like eating a snack?
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah, that's funny. I just found you.
yeah, I was just in the van just eating a snack. Oh yeah, that sounds like a video game.
Yeah, So we're gonna send that over to Tone, and we'll see what he can do with
All
it.
right, Tim and Ben.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. I hope you guys like that shit. So what's
Type 1 if you liked it.
yeah,
type 2
1
if you
diabetes, type 2 if you didn't. Right? So what's been going on in the world of Will?
Well, I just went to therapy.
Nice.
And I've been working, and I've been playing video games as usual, and I've been working on learning Unity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is a game development software. But
nice.
yeah, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I'm taking it slow.
Unity.
I'm basically just trying to see what I can learn from the internet and the tutorials and shit.
So like you don't even have the software.
No, the software is free to use.
Oh,
You can
nice.
download it. Yeah, and it's pretty, but it's just really like cumbersome.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shit going on. It's like when you first started.
It's like coding, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they have like it's like a whole user interface where you can. It's basically to make it as easy as possible to make a game.
Right.
It's made by game developers to help develop games.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it would be like if I was you starting to learn how to make music.
Right,
it's the same idea.
Yeah, same idea.
Got a bunch of shit to learn.
Lots of parameters and such. So what are you just like looking? Are you just like watching videos and stuff?
Yeah,
online?
like one of the tutorials is like they teach you how to like make the most simplest version of a game. It's just like a ball and like a thing that you rotate and you try to get it in the hole. So yeah, that's all I've started with.
Nice.
It's just like they have like a whole like set list of tutorials and you just go from one to the end of it, and we'll teach you like most of the stuff.
Yeah, like you said, it's very cumbersome.
Yeah, I think I told you this last podcast, but I saw a John Tron episode. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, and it was called like head-to-head game off or something, and it was two like teams of 3 people, and they were game developers, and they had 72 hours, and they had to pick like a random thing, and they had to make a game based on the random thing that they picked, and they were like using that Unity program and stuff to like make the games. Like one of the ones was make a game where you have a rifle with a bazooka attached to it, and the bazooka randomly just goes off.
Oh, damn.
That was like, and they had to make a game based on that idea.
Really?
Yeah. So they made this like, it was like he was like on a train, and you're trying to get to the end of the train. If you bump, like if the bazooka's on the end of the gun, and if you bump into anything, it like just blows you up and shit. Yeah. So
it's almost like Operation.
It was
like, mixed in with it.
Yeah, it was just cool to see like how they go about the process of like starting to. They like went to a whiteboard and they writing down ideas of like what they could do and blah blah blah, and then they went to like the Unity program, and I found this other program too where it's like for graphic art design, so that you can design like different shit, and then you can import it into the Unity program.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so like one of the girls that was on one of the teams was like making the train in that graphics design to put it over into the other.
So was it teams going against each other?
Yeah, and they were seeing who could make the best game in 72 hours.
So they were 2 different games, but they had that same idea.
No, the other one was fuck, I can't remember the other. It was something to do with like Scottish. It was just some random shit just like that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was another like crazy theme like that, or it was like random as fuck.
Yeah, and like when you're talking about building like a big game, like there's like so many people involved with it.
Yeah,
like not just like a small team of people.
No, it's like I'm basically just trying to acquire a skill set that could potentially help me like. Either land a job in that field or just anything. I'm just curious about, the process of developing a game and what it takes, and
Sure.
I don't know shit about it, so it's all new to me.
Yeah. I imagine that there's a lot that goes into making a game because based on the fact that major like developers have like there's probably like thousands of people working
and
a
bunch of money, dude.
and tons of money.
Yeah, so.
Because you figure however much money they make on those games, they're probably putting, like a tenth of that into making the game.
Yeah, I mean, I know most games are millions and millions of dollars, just like movies nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why they're so like we have like the fucking 16th Call of Duty or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know what number it is. But yeah, it's like they just keep like they call them AAA games. Like Call of Duty's a AAA game. Like most of the
stay in the
they just don't. Yeah, they don't
Madden.
fucking yeah. You get the same fucking thing every time,
right?
And they know that people. And that's the thing is like, people say that they want innovation and like change in games and they want to see new and different stuff, but like statistics show that people will just buy the 8th Grand Theft Auto again instead of buying the new game.
Yeah, I'll buy Grand Theft Auto every year it comes out.
Yeah.
Even if I don't play video games anymore.
Right.
I'll still buy it,
Right. And there's people like that with Call of Duty or Madden. And so like it's just like statistically proven that people will just buy the same fucking thing over and over again, So
yeah, well, because they go with what they know. Like people go, you know what I mean? They buy it like just like seeing remakes of movies and shit like that.
I know. There's so many remakes of movies.
I went and saw the new It movie with Boob and his girlfriend a couple weekends ago.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was pretty
you
good.
told me that.
Yeah, it was pretty long. It was fucking 3 hours long.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking really long. And the opening scene, so random, dude. Like I don't understand like what it had to do. Like it didn't set the tone for the movie or anything. But like some gay guy like gets beaten up by like a bunch of like local people that live in the town, and then he gets thrown into the river, and then the clown grabs him and eats him.
And that's it.
Yeah, like that's all.
That was supposed to be like plot building,
or something. Like I was just like, what? What do they have to like? Because there was no other like. I guess there was like one other scene where there was kind of like some gay overtones, like where like one kid had a secret. And I think it was like implying that he was gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
it might
in the closet.
It might have been like a reference towards like the time period that the movie actually came out. There's probably a lot more like homophobia going on and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was probably just kind of setting the tone for like the time period.
The time period.
Yeah. But it was cool. Like the movie was long and was fucking drawn out. Like there were scenes, they could have shaved off like a couple minutes off of each scene and made it way shorter. But they have to do that for like dramatic effect, scary movies and build tension and then
absolutely.
But like it was pretty cool because there's a lot of trippy stuff in the movie. Like they do a lot of cool like visual effects that look mad trippy and like kind of realistic. They don't look fake. Like obviously it's what's happening isn't real could never happen,
but it looks much more.
Yeah, it looks like pretty good.
It's getting out of hand with that.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. And then like there'd be scenes like where the clown was laughing and we were sitting way in the back and there was a huge speaker right there and you'd be able to hear like all the tiny little like nuances like in the laugh. Like it would be like distorted and warped, or there would be like a little kid laughing like while the clown was laughing. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like that part of it, and like sitting way in the back.
For some reason, I just don't have the fucking patience for movies anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know
what
it is.
I was definitely getting restless. Like by like 2 hours, I was like starting to get antsy. You know what I mean? And
like I'm a huge Marvel fan, and Endgame came out like a while ago. It's even out on DVD now, and like because it's 3 hours, I just don't want to sit down and watch it. And like I was like,
but you've already seen it.
No.
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
Oh
yet,
no shit.
No. Yeah, I don't really care.
It's
like
3
I know.
Hours long. That's a long time to watch a movie.
Well, the thing is like Jimmy's trying to get me to watch it, and I'm like, well, dude, we're at least pausing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not fucking. I can't do it, dude. Yeah, like I have to be doing something. I have too much ADD to like fucking turn my brain off for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what happens to me real bad too with like my phone and shit. Like I'll be sitting and watching something, and then all of a sudden I'll start looking at my phone and like not even pay attention to what I'm watching.
Yeah, half the time I like watch anything, like even if I mostly watch YouTube videos, I'm doing something else. Like I'm either playing a video game or like doing art or something. Yeah, I'm not just watching YouTube videos. Right. And if I am, it's because I'm tired as fuck and I just got home from work and I'm just sitting there melting.
Yep.
So, but there was one thing I wanted to mention when you brought up gay. Yeah. Just because it was like it's a sexuality thing, because it's been on my brain a little bit because people are making such a fucking big deal about sexuality and gender.
Yeah.
So the kid, his name's Sonic Fox. He's the best. He's probably the best fighting game player right now for sure, and of all time potentially, and he's only like 20. I don't know. He's 20. Yeah, he's young as fuck.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play the big games. Well, he doesn't play the biggest game, which is Street Fighter. He doesn't play Street Fighter, and he doesn't play Tekken, which is those are like 1 and 2.
So what does he play?
He plays like what's called the NRS games, made by NetherRealm Studios. So he plays like Mortal Kombat, Injustice, which was like the DC fighter, which is like
I played that.
Yeah. Similar to Mortal Kombat. It was just like Superman and Batman shit. And he plays Dragon Ball FighterZ. He plays a bunch of games, and he plays just about every game that he picks to a high level, and he's really good at, like as a player, one of the best of all time. He's been like coming out So in February, he came out as gay. He came out as queer. He's also a furry.
What did he like made a statement online or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. So he went online and just basically said that he's gay online, and people already had the assumption that he was something, because he's a furry, so
Yeah.
he wears like a fucking costume, whatever. Anyway, so then recently he came out as non-binary. So
Oh.
non-binary means that you don't think you have a gender.
Oh, okay.
And that's absurd to me. Like that idea that you don't have a gender, that's doesn't make any sense to me, because it's like scientifically or whatever the fuck you want to say, proven that you either are male, female, or both.
Right.
That's just the way it is. Just because you don't feel that way
Yeah.
on the
doesn't
inside
mean-
doesn't mean that you're not biologically a male, female, or
Yeah, dude.
both.
I think all that. I think it's absurd that he needs to like announce it. Like,
Well, that's what I was gonna say was that I feel like the generation of people nowadays, like his age, they're so behind a screen, they don't even know like what sex is. Like I feel like he's so hyper focused on his sexuality because he's so worried about identifying himself that he's not even giving himself enough time to develop any idea of who he is sexually.
Right.
Like he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gay, I'm a furry, I'm a non-binary now, and he's like he wrote a thing on Twitter about how he likes his facial hair, but he doesn't like the men's clothes, and he wants to wear women's clothes. It's like, dude, it's fine. You can wear women's clothes.
You're a guy who wants to wear women's
Yeah,
clothes.
or you can suck a dick. I don't.
Yeah.
But to say that, like, I don't know why someone would make the claim that they're non-binary to begin with. I'm just not understanding it as well as I should. But the other thing is, like, he just seems like, because he's so young and we're all like, social media and fucking sexuality is like a huge thing. Like all the time now, people talk about fucking kids wanting to have sex gender changes and all that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't even know what the fuck he probably has had very little sex, and he's just like wearing costumes and saying he's gay and he's non-binary and fine, dude, just go through it. But like,
it probably is like a publicity type of thing.
Yes, like stop
a
being so
mixture.
focused on it. Stop being so public
Yeah.
about it. Just figure it out on your own, dude. Like we don't, you know what I mean? Like
It's probably a mixture of of it not even being a real thing and him wanting to like get more views and more,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like you say some wild shit like that, what better way to stimulate conversation between your followers and be like, oh my god, I can't believe he's fucking.
Well, the other thing too is that like I think people feel the need to come out.
Yeah.
But on social media and be like, I'm gay. It's like, dude,
the social justice warriors.
yeah, just like calm down, dude. Like figure out what you are. It's okay, regardless.
Right.
You don't have to jump on fucking social media and be like, yeah, I'm non-binary now or whatever.
And you don't have to like down other people's beliefs either, because they don't believe the same thing you do. And like the worst thing is when they try to make the other people seem bad. Like you're fighting for equality rights and you're doing the same exact
You're
thing.
like demonizing people who don't go along with you,
and
or
that's
whatever.
the same thing that that you're fighting for. Is,
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing that you're fighting against. Is like fucking. It's just stupid, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I was wondering, like, I see lately I've been like seeing a lot of the same shit online, same memes, like maybe a little different, but like same shit. I'm wondering like how much will like my addiction to being on the internet like keep looking at it, or will it get to a point where I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous? Like,
it's just like the memes and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like seeing the same shit.
Yeah,
over
exactly.
And
It's just getting so flooded with just like bullshit. Like, and it's definitely not the same thing that like I used to use it for. Now it's just like me scrolling to get past shit, and then to see like one little tiny thing that I like after going through for a half hour or whatever,
I have the the Chrome, like on my phone, the Chrome, based on what I search and read, like suggests top stories or whatever.
Oh, true.
And I'll go through them, like if I'm at the doctor's office waiting or whatever, I'll go through them. And most like articles online now, they're terrible. What it is like they have like one little piece of information that they blow out of proportion.
Yeah.
And they could tell you that one piece of information in one sentence, but they conduct a whole fucking article around it about a bunch of shit that you already know, just to tell you that they released a fucking Twitter photo the other day that they have a brown butthole. You know what I mean? And in the title will be like, "You'll never believe what color Johnny's butthole is," and instead it's just fucking, and then you have to read the whole shitty. It's just like most
Most of it's clickbait.
Yeah. It's social media and stuff like that is designed to keep you there on it as much as you possibly can.
Yeah,
That's what they want.
The more time spent on it,
They
and
just
shit like that.
They literally want you there doing exactly what you're
just
doing,
wasting time,
flipping through a bunch of dumb shit.
And it's crazy too. Like I was like watching a video, and they were saying how like they record fucking everything on your phone, like how long your fucking finger is like touching the thing, or how many times you swiped up and shit like that. Like it's counting like every little fucking motion.
Yeah, they know everything you do, man.
It's crazy, dude. They know how many times you probably spanked it.
Yeah, well, and you know what the worst thing is that you pay like $1,000 to have them track you. Like you pay the $1,000 to have the shitty phone.
Exactly. But the thing is that there's other things that I like about it. But like
right, no, but it's like
you can't use the phone without agreeing to all that bullshit.
So right, in their eyes,
just like
in their eyes, it's great because not only can they keep track of us, but we pay for them to keep track of us.
Right. Yeah.
They sell us some shitty phone. That's why I was saying, like, I think I was saying this last podcast too, that they're trying to make a phone that's like $20 for Africans, that, you know, people in Africa, that the battery life's like fucking 6 days or some shit like that. It's a $20 phone. It's like, God. Dude, we pay $1,000 and like my phone breaks if I drop it on the ground, and fucking the battery lasts less than a day.
Yeah, and you can't change the battery out. Like you can't
it's ridiculous.
You know how like batteries used to have phones used to have batteries.
Yeah, like a Nextel. Yeah, I could have like fucking 8 Nextel batteries on my. And I could chuck my Nextel against the wall and it wouldn't do anything. And now, so I don't know. I fucking hate social media, dude. I hate all that shit.
Speaking of which, we gotta share that shit to all our social media.
Oh yeah, it's been 20 minutes. We haven't sent it to anybody.
We gotta post on all the Acid Math groups, Acid Paradise. We getting all them motherfuckers dosed. Psychedelic Playground. If you guys ain't never heard of them groups, check them out. Facebook.
That was your shout out. All right, what can I shout out? Shout out
life if I fucking
shout out to Bang Energy Drinks. Bang, if you're watching, which I know you're not.
One person, Abe.
Let me get a sponsorship.
Let me get a sponsorship.
Just send me Bangs. I'll have bangs all in the background.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'll wear a Bang
I'll
t-shirt.
put it on the goddamn.
Dude, I'll fucking wear a Bang hat.
I'll get it on the LED screen.
I'm all about it. I love me some Bangs.
Yep. Yo, who loves Bang?
I might, might not do drugs anymore, but I'd be banging some Bang. You know what I mean?
We got a good one for you today, folks.
Are we doing actual dub or no?
We should do a dub.
All right. Yeah. I don't want to do a crazy long one though.
All right. So
I want to do like 20 minutes.
We'll do like an infomercial.
Oh, I fucking love infomercials, dude.
We'll see if they got a good infomercial. They all had the cringe compilations.
No, we need fucking just a
real quick one.
Americans will buy anything. I know.
They certainly will. Yeah, we gotta find some shit. It ain't easy being greasy.
It ain't easy being
Handy peel.
A Jew.
That'll probably work.
Are you tired of peel?
That's only 20 minutes though. No, I mean 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, you only want to do 2 minutes?
Fuck it, right? We'll do a couple of them.
Easy cracker.
Easy cracker up there. Yeah, we'll do a couple of them, man.
Easy crack.
All right, so we're gonna switch over. Desktop not available.
What the fuck?
Now we're gonna. Oh, why isn't it letting me add the source? It's not cool.
Is it because you're already?
No, it's because I'm sexy.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Right, that makes
sense. A lot of sense.
There it is. Told you it's because I was sexy. We're gonna make us small.
Oh, I don't want to be small. I'm just kidding. That's all I ever wanted to be. I've been fat my whole life.
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna mute this. All right, here we go. Hey, are you sick and tired of fucking peeling potatoes?
Are you sick and tired of jerking off with a knife? Stop. Well, here's chicken feet
to jerk yourself off.
Oh my god! Let me rub this potato. What
am I
even doing?
Rub your pud like I rub this spud.
Have you ever massaged a potato like you massage your genitals in the shower?
In a clockwise motion.
And
The little rubber nipples can stimulate all
Look
your senses.
look at these skin flaps.
The skin flaps will take off all the dead skin.
Handy peel. You just rub it a fucking potato.
Rub that potato dry, just
Rub
like
it-
I rubbed my husband's cock last night.
What do the gloves have to do with anything?
They're rubbing the peels off.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I can make French fries and hot
Instead of-
dogs with the
instead of
fucking
peeling, bro.
make French. Ouch!
Ah, you
What
need
a-
safety gloves.
You need to rub
just
it
like my
instead.
wife. It's quick and easy.
What?
Creamy and delicious, just like my
Just
wife.
Like my wife.
oh,
Oh, there she
yeah.
is, right there.
There she
Oh
is, eating
yeah.
my cum
I've never had a
stains.
potato chip before. This is great.
Never had one of those.
Oh, let me rub. This
Oh.
is just
Oh, I can
sexually.
stick that in my
I'm
ass
getting
in just
hard
3
right
seconds.
now.
Look at that thing, clean as a whistle.
I don't know what they're trying to show us.
It's a gentle touch of my corn on the
It
cob.
looks like something that was already peeled and she's just
yeah,
rubbing
she
it.
wants you to slob on a knob, like corn on the cob.
Ow!
Ow! I fucking hurt
I hurt my tits.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, no messy cleanup.
cleanups. Here we go.
Can I
the
jerk
handy-
off with these?
The handy peel.
Will it peel my dick?
Only $10. That's $5 a glove.
That's that's a fucking rip.
That's a fucking ripoff.
What is the difference between these and regular
And of
gloves?
course, a 90-day money-back
Guarantee with a potato on
with
it.
the potato.
So
price.
do you get a potato as well?
Yes, if the potato's no good, you get it.
Call 1-800-944-6516.
Fuck me.
Handy peel.
Out of some shady place and
Do not masturbate at home.
Do not masturbate in my presence.
It will peel your skin of your dick off.
Thank you. And
Then 90-day money
90
back
day warranty.
cum guarantee.
Oh, holla. All right, here we go. Ah,
Oh my
shit,
God,
I
I've never
can't
cracked
crack
an
it.
egg. Oh,
who
can't
the
crack
fuck
an
uses
egg.
a fork.
Let
Oh, I got peels in it.
This
That's
is just a
okay.
compilation of someone not knowing how to crack eggs. Oh, the
Oh,
easy cracker.
cracker. That's
Don't
what
put
they
your
used-
testicles in here.
Oh, that's what they used to call me back in the
Oh,
day.
you need an abortion?
Oh,
Well, here we go.
yeah.
Easy crack it right out of you.
Oh, wow, look at it.
Oh,
Crack
look
that
at that.
hard-boiled egg.
Oh my God,
Look at
watch
this
it.
thing.
That's how I
Watch.
squeeze my wife's
Oh,
buttocks.
yeah, it
Oh
does.
yeah.
That's how you break the nipple
Nice
juice
dump.
Out, boy.
Oh
you
my
fucked
God,
up
what a
not using the
bitch. What are
easy
you
cracker.
doing?
You're not using the easy cracker,
Just
you dumb
fucking,
whore.
just fucking it up,
There you
dude.
go.
There you go.
what you're supposed
Squeeze it. Oh.
Yeah, it only takes 20 minutes to crack one egg.
It only takes.
Oh, it tastes like asshole.
Oh no!
Ah, someone put cat food in it. Don't fuck around with those hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah,
crack the
Just
shit.
crack these motherfuckers.
Yeah, look, they didn't
it comes
show her-
right out.
Yeah, you're a fucking lying sack of shit. Don't fuck with that.
it just comes right out.
Egg
It,
separator.
it won't. It won't.
It won't
fucking-
break off.
Yeah, it won't
didn't
fucking
cut
ruin the whole egg.
We didn't
Look
cut
at
it.
that. It even catches the
Look at
yolk.
that. Look at sick of whisking that shit.
Are
Yo,
you sick of cooking?
That looks like a gross egg. Oh,
Oh.
no, more cat food.
Dude, who
Is this
the?
the same clip? It looks like the same clip.
yeah.
Yo, the easy cracker, bitch. Get with it. 2 payments of just $10. Are you shitting me? But wait.
The easy scrambler.
Scrambler.
Oh my.
You ain't never
Are
seen us-
you fucking
No.
joking me right
I
now?
want one of those. Holy shit, actually. This is game changing. What the fuck? Did she just steer the egg inside? Holy
Wait,
shit. She
she's-
scrambled the egg inside of the egg.
No,
Oh my god.
I'm not about
Oh,
that.
let's see this real quick.
No,
Watch this.
that's not real.
Watch this shit, guys.
That's fake.
easy cracker.
This is.
Well, hold on. Well, wait. There's
Wait,
more.
the easy scramb.
Look at watch.
What
she
is-
scrambles it in the egg, and then she cracks the egg, and it's all scrambled up. Boom.
Oh my god.
How do they do that?
I'm not okay
that
with
thing
that.
sticks inside and goes all swirly whirly. That's cool.
All
All right, guys, I'm
you
gonna
think
buy
anyone's
one.
ever tried to clean their asshole?
Oh
with
my
it?
god, yeah, you put a fucking
Yeah, we'll
Q-tip on the end.
we'll buy one of those, and then next
We'll do
next
a
podcast we'll do a review of
I'm
the
down
Easy
with it.
Cracker.
I'm with
Yo,
it.
get online right now and buy the Easy
All
Cracker.
right, we're gonna buy one, guys. Are you guys down? You want us to buy one?
Yo, press one if you want us to buy an Easy Cracker.
Because we will, dude. I don't fuck around like that.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't fuck around
Like,
I
pretend like
wouldn't
you
buy
will
one.
and then
Yeah,
not buy.
exactly.
No, I
You
fuck
know.
around with the Easy Cracker. But can I? What happens if I put it in my pee hole? That's what I really.
You don't want to
wanna know.
stick that little scrambler up your pee hole, dude.
Well,
That
how
thing
do you
would,
know?
Oh,
That might be good.
Oh,
May-
dude, that thing was like a pin needle,
Yeah.
and imagine that thing going in your urethra tube and then spinning like it was like it was like on a swivel, so it would beat the egg.
Is it weird that I'm getting hard?
Oh, dude, he's getting so hard on that DSM shit. What is it? S&M?
I don't fucking.
Sex
don't
and
know.
magic?
You know, like,
that? What is that
you
shit?
know, like the chameleon that hangs out with Miss Frizzle.
Oh, I do like Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, I'd fuck Miss
I
Frizzle.
like Miss Frizzle and I like Miss
Magic School
Drizzle.
Bus.
Yo, she's cool in the Magic School Bus.
She smokes mad weed, bro.
Yo, does anyone else smoke mad weed that's watching? We want to know if you ever hung out with Miss Frizzle on the Dissel.
That's fucking.
Is that your girl?
No, there's a song where he says that in it.
Really?
Hanging out with the chameleon that hangs out with Miss Frizzle or something like that.
Dude, that's fucking pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You
Like,
must
how
be on
did
a
you-
lot of drugs if you're doing that.
Right, like how could that even be possible? First of all,
Oh, look at that, huh? What a
raving Private Ryan. That looks.
Who is that?
It's just like a meme.
No. Like, it's nobody I know that posted it, though, right?
Oh no, that's someone in the Dosed fam.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in the Dosed fam.
Raving
I'm
Private
posting them. I'm
Acid
spamming this
man.
shit. Yeah, spamming this shit. Come check out our podcast.
Come
So yeah, man.
check it out.
So I mean, not to be somber, but yeah, we were talking about dead dads the other day.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, and like it's so weird, like dealing with that shit. You know what I mean? Because like it's like you said, like sometimes you don't ever get over it, you know, and like the grieving process never ends.
No,
So
I don't
like,
think you ever actually get over it.
Yeah, me
No,
either.
there's
Me either.
just-
I think just but the thing is like the way I've been looking at it is like I kind of explained it to you. Like I know what it is. Like it happened. Like I
Yeah.
can't. Like it sucks. Like it's one of the worst things that's happened to me. But I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do to change it except try to make my life better from here on out. Like,
Yeah.
Because either my dad's not here to help me anymore and shit like that. So I gotta just start doing things for myself.
Mhm.
And like and by me not thinking about him, it's how I progress and
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean, and be like and not be like, oh, I wish my dad was still here. When my dad was here, he used to do this for me
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I try not to think about that anymore, and I try to just get into the motion of like he's not here anymore. I miss him, but he's not coming back. I need to move on with life.
Something that weird that you end up realizing is that, you know, like when the person's sick or whatever, it's like about them, like you want them to get better, but like at some point the death isn't even about them anymore. It's actually what the death is, what it is to you, and it's
Yeah.
about how it affects you, because you
Right.
can't talk to him about
Right.
how he died, so it's not like it affects him in any way. It only affects you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's the thing, is that nobody else can tell you how to how it's going to, or whether it's right or wrong, how
Right.
it's affecting you. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's different for everybody. So it's really the only thing I can say is you gotta like address the good, bad, and indifferent
Yeah.
when it comes to it, because trying to push it away is, you can't unpack it every day of your life, but
Right.
but like just having the approach of like always pushing it away is not good either.
Right.
You have to like take it as it comes, because nobody wants to have those conversations but it's a huge part of life. And like
Yeah.
you know, like even Phyllis was saying to me, like, you know, losses in all kinds of ways. Like she used the example of like even like a married couple that, or you know, like a couple that has a baby, they lose a bunch of their life.
Right.
When they have the kid, they lose free time, they lose like, you know, freedom and all kinds of shit, and they don't really, you know, they don't really think about that when they're having the kid, and they
Right.
you know, they deal with that loss of like their past selves, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like there's all kinds of loss, and loss is a huge part of life, and it's basically just the progression of your life. And you know, like I said, loss is, it affects you, but when it comes to death, it doesn't affect the other person in
Right.
any way. You know, there's nobody that's going to come and tell you, or like they're not going to show up one day and be like, you're not grieving me properly.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
They're fucking
exactly.
dead. They're not going anywhere. You know, they're not coming back. So
Right.
it's all what it is to you, and it's kind of hard to outwardly talk to someone else about it, because it's so unique. Like I'm sure your mom thinks differently about it than you do,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
that's also because your mom was with your dad longer than you've
Right.
been alive,
Right.
and she's, you know, he's been a huge part. It's, you know,
Yep.
like I always used to say that, like, nobody can tell me how to grieve my dad's loss because nobody knew my dad like I did. Like,
Right.
you can't tell me how to be my father's son and grieve his death. You just can't.
Exactly,
I'm
like,
the only one in that
I,
spot.
I think about me and you all the time because like our situations are very similar, but at
Yeah.
the same time they're very opposite
Yeah.
too, just because of how our relationships are with our parents,
Yeah.
how our parents' relationships were together. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
It's different.
There's so many different variables.
Yeah.
That, like like you're right, but and you also are right that there's no right way to grieve, but there's probably things that are unhealthy
Yeah.
to do. You know, to
Absolutely.
not, like you said, not address it, and like it's just how I've always dealt with things
Yeah.
in life. Like
I
it's
dealt with
always
it like that
it's
too.
always fucking just like try not to think about it and
Dude, at my
put it
dad's
away.
funeral, I went drugs, got
Yeah,
drugs
yeah.
that fucking day.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
an hour after I got out of the funeral, I was high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, like I said, it's so unique. It's such a unique situation that nobody can give you advice on what you're gonna feel, how
Yeah.
you're gonna feel. There's too many variables.
So
You know
like,
what I mean?
wonder what good it is to talk about it. That's
Well,
why I wonder what you know what I mean?
there's some general steps that everybody goes through, but they go through them at different
Right.
rates. They can even flip back
Yeah,
and
not
forth
do 'em-
between
yeah,
them and
not do
shit
'em in
like that.
order.
So there's overall, I'm not going to say strategy, but there's an overall approach that's healthy to talk about. But
Yeah.
at some point the real details are up to you to, if you want to convey that to someone else and
Yeah.
talk to someone else about. No one else can tell you the real small details about it. You know,
Yeah,
that's stuff you
exactly.
got to figure out on your own.
Yep.
And like I was telling Phil's today that, like, in my head, I was saying this to, I think, Rachel the other day too, is like, in my head there's a closet, and everybody has a box in it, and some people's boxes I don't like opening. Other
Yeah.
people's I don't mind, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But there's some people that I
Are you
just
talking about as far as getting to know them, or
no, like
letting them know
past,
you?
like the
Oh,
past, like whether
right.
it's like whether it's like Brandon when he was my
I
fucking
see what
best
you're
friend,
saying,
like
yeah.
in like
It's like something you put
elementary
away, like a
school,
memory
yeah,
that-
or
that-
like Rob Stewart who
Yeah.
died and hit a tree, and he's the
Right.
one who fucked my teeth up. And
Yeah.
there's all kinds of, there's a bunch of fucking, like whether it's like Dustin or fucking Mike, I seen Mike at the but like,
Especially, yeah, how long it
yeah,
been since
yeah.
you've
So
seen them.
there's,
You know, it's like-
and I add to certain people's boxes a lot, and other people they're fucking dusty as fuck,
Yeah.
and some of them I don't like opening, and some of them I do like opening. You know what I mean? It all
Right.
depends.
But they're all there. you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like, yeah.
and well, and that's the thing is, like, Rachel was saying to me, she was like, "You need to burn some of them," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you're right. I just
Yeah.
hate doing it."
Right.
Like,
And it's, I mean, it's not always, I mean, you can't never always get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in the back of your mind, it could come up
Yeah.
eventually, no matter how hard you try to forget it.
Mhm.
And like I notice like I don't think about my dad passing away as much
yeah,
as I used to,
mhm.
but it still comes
Yeah.
pops into
In
mind
different
just randomly.
ways.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
randomly. And
Ye-
it's in good ways and bad ways sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most of the time it's like I know like what it's like to go down that road, like as soon as I like start reminiscing, like
Yeah.
I know what it's like. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just put an end to it right away, and I'll
Right.
stop, like depending on what situation I'm in. But if I have some free time to think, it generally, what ends up happening is generally I think of something that relates to my dad, and then I think about my dad right after. So like
Yeah,
if I'm thinking about like a video game or something, then I think
Yeah.
about him playing, and then I think about like perfect example is Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me
'cause
and
you guys
Dad.
played that a lot.
Yeah, well, like Super Nintendo. Like
Yeah,
when I
oh
was
shit,
young,
yeah.
we used to play Mortal Kombat, and we'd switch off, and one of his favorite movies is Terminator, and they're in Mortal Kombat 11, the new one. They're putting like Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh.
Terminator in Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
And if
nice.
he was alive, you'd think that was the fucking coolest thing
Yeah,
ever.
so that kind of made you.
Yeah,
make
yeah.
that
So
something-
then I go down the road of like, thinking about like, fucking when I used to play with them and blah
Yep.
blah blah. And then sometimes the road goes the opposite way where it gets kind of
Yeah,
fucking
sad or whatever. Yeah.
well, and that's the thing too, is that people don't really like when people way people see other people in public, and like the way they like think of people in public, it's different than personal. So there's a lot of things about my dad that I did not like, that bothered the fuck out of me, that probably made
Definitely.
me, made
Those
me
are
a,
the
a
things I've been
worse
thinking
person.
I've been thinking about.
Yeah, made me a worse person overall. So like, so it's easier when you know somebody. Like, it's different when like a celebrity or like a public figure dies,
Yeah.
and they're to somebody to a bunch of people, but on like a public or like a surface level. But like, you know, uh Phyllis used the example of like this guy that was on TV. His dad had recently passed away. He was one of the first responders on the 9/11 tragedy, and he was trying to fight to get them to keep paying the people, for medical bills and shit. And he died, and like the kid, when he was at his dad's memorial or whatever, was saying like, "You all see my dad as a hero because of what he did, blah blah." And my dad's name is kind of immortalized, but there's a lot of things about my dad that I did not like.
Yeah.
And you guys see my dad as a hero, but I don't see him that way. I
Yeah.
see him as a human, and like I see him as
there's always another side to the story,
Right.
like a family side.
And then like when it comes to like a loss like yours, like you might even feel guilty about thinking badly upon your dad because he's gone
Right.
now, and it's like that's not. I've like as my father's son, I'm allowed to think about my father however I want. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, dude. Like I think the more I think about my dad, I think about like when I was young and hanging out with him, and I think about how I used to kind of resent him when I was younger, but my relationship changed with him so much, as I got older.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he changed too as like a person, like, so it's just crazy how like people evolve through their lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, I always kind of feel like I have the same, like, I don't know, thought pattern or mind state or
As
something.
him?
No, just as I've always had.
Yeah.
Ever since I was young, I feel like I still kind of think the same way
You
I do,
just tweak
but
it.
things have changed.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Everything's not the same, but I can tell I still am who I've always been. It's weird, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, I don't know if I've had to
see. The thing is that like we were, I think we've talked about this before, but like, so I come to a lot of situations in my life where I know that something is wrong and I shouldn't do it, but I do it anyway because I don't know better. And I think that what you're describing is like reflecting on your life experiences and how they've shaped you as a human being. And like, you think to yourself like, man, I wish like I did certain things differently and blah blah, but like the only reason you think that is because you're here now thinking about what happened before, and you're like thinking like, oh man, I wish that I thought like this back then. You can't.
But I wouldn't have thought like that.
You wouldn't be there thinking about that
if it
so like, so you're just describing people changing as human beings, and that's and another thing too is that that cycle doesn't change, like that doesn't stop. You always change as a person. Like like you may not change dramatically like you used to, but you always change.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think for me, the process is just very slow.
Yeah,
it's hard to see.
Yeah,
it's hard because like I was thinking about it the other day. On my birthday, I had 2 years not drinking, and I was just thinking like how far I've actually come. You know what I mean? Like when I think about how when I first stopped and how I felt like I was never gonna be. I was like, this is gonna be impossible.
Yeah.
And then like it's crazy that like after a year is when I was like really feeling like the pressure and everything, and even so in the past like 6 months, but like that I think the 2 years was like a good milestone, and it like made me like be like, all right, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
just hit a year. On the 6th, and I had that thought of like, I was just talking to Phyllis about this today too, and I was like thinking to myself like, what am I doing? But at the same time, she said like, why are you doing this? And I was like, because I can't drink. I just can't. Like it's really upsetting to think like that. Like to like
tempting,
to be defeated and be like, I can't, but you can't do it.
You feel weak. Can't do it. Admitting that you can't do it because so many other people can do it.
Right.
But you know what I think to myself is that so many people are good at pretending like they
lying
can do
to
it.
themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, there's so many people, and
there definitely is some strength to saying I can't do it, but it's super hard, and like it's like it doesn't go away or anything like that, and like there's just like an infinite amount of repercussions to like me developing my life under the influence. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember the last time like I've had sex with anybody not being on something under the influence of something. You know, or like even like social interaction, like most of the time drunk or fucking at a bar, or you know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude.
Like,
I'm the same way.
I know people that can't fuck somebody unless they're fucked up. That's the only time they can have sex. You know what I mean? And like
I can't fuck someone for more than 2 minutes if I'm not fucked up. Real talk disclaimer.
It is what it is. You know?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, best 2 minutes.
You might only get 150.
Right, but it'll be
somewhere around there.
It's not a full
Holla at your boy.
Holla at us.
Type in 2 in the chat for 2 minutes.
If you want 2 minutes alone.
You want 2 minutes of
2
you
minutes of
fucking
heaven with your boy. That's funny. So you've been rocking the gym and shit like that?
Yeah, I'm working on it, man.
Nice.
That's another fucking the gym sucks, dude, because that's just a lifestyle thing. Like,
exactly.
You can't.
That's why
stop.
I haven't gone.
You can't stop.
That's why I haven't gone,
because
it's not only you're right. The lifestyle. It's not only working out. It's eating right. It's sleeping right. It's
taking
getting
care
of
yourself. It's a pain in the ass.
Dude. It really is, man. And like
my fucking legs are fucking so sore right now because I didn't fucking eat properly and didn't sleep enough.
And you worked out your legs?
Yeah, like heavy. So
yeah, exactly. And if had you got like proper meal and sleep and everything, you probably wouldn't be as
hard, dude.
Yeah. You know, it's funny like to think about like imagine you trying to do that like hungover. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
dude, I used to do that. I fucking
and like it was probably pretty miserable. Like,
and it was pretty much counterproductive. It's it was like I would go to the gym and work out and then like poison myself and go back, and it's fucking stupid. So like I don't know.
Kind of running on a hamster wheel. Like
I mean, but it was at least better than not poisoning myself and not going to the gym. But like to expect some sort of like drastic result after fucking just getting hammered every night, it's fucking silly.
So you've probably been noticing at least weight loss, like
weight loss. I just like some things, and that's the other thing too, is that tweaking. There's so much stuff to tweak, man. Like your diet and what's right for you, whether you want strength, whether you want flexibility, speed, whatever, like what works for you, and what your goals are. It's honest to God, it's like a lifelong.
Oh right. Figuring out what it is that you need or that you want, and it's changing. It's
to do it the right way. It is. You know what I mean? Like there's people that just take steroids and go bang weights around for a while and they get huge, but to me that's not the idea. Like
exactly
one of the things that sticks with me from that David Goggins book, that was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. That's the guy who's like a Navy SEAL and like
I saw him on
ultra marathon runner.
On Joe Rogan.
Pretty badass.
Yeah,
dude.
He's
pretty badass.
Inspirational.
Yeah, like he's definitely like the real deal. Like he's not bullshit.
Yeah,
and one of the things he like, there's I've listened to his book almost 3 times now, 2.5 times, and I have it on the Audible. And there's one part where he talks about being in the Navy SEALs, and he's training with one of his Navy SEAL buddies, and he talks about how they would just go so fucking hard in the weight room, and he was like saying how like he knew that it wasn't helping him physically. If anything, it might have been hurting him physically, but it was strengthening his mind. Like he was just putting himself to work like relentlessly, and that's what like basically that's what the whole book is about. Is just mastering your mind and putting yourself and that's the thing, is like one of the things in my life that I fucking really lack is work ethic. But the problem is, the reason why I lack work ethic is I don't have meaningful work or work that appeals to me yet. Like I want to find that, other than like going to the gym, that appeals to me because of the benefits of, quality of life. But I want like a job that like I can encompass myself in and really go at it, and I don't find that at the restaurant or anything, and I don't.
It's hard to say what you would find it in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got to search more.
Right. You have to do things to find out what you don't like and what you do like, because that's the thing. That's like, dude, I battle with that all the time, like the depression and thoughts like that, like where it's just like, like I gotta do it. It seems so exhausting. Like I gotta do this. I gotta fail. I gotta fucking, you know what I mean? Like there's a process to it,
man.
And it's like, you might as well just do it. And it's hard to tell myself that, but I try to. I still haven't got to the point where I just say fuck it, for like an extended period of time. Like
Yeah.
eventually, like I might go like 5-6 days where like I just come home and lay in my bed and don't do anything, but then I'll have like a week where like I just go hard
Go
and I,
hard,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So it kind of balances itself out a little bit, and maybe
Yeah.
that's just how I live my life. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not every
Yeah.
day is 50-50. Maybe it's
No,
a
it's not,
week
dude.
is-
Honestly, the kind of person I am, and like this is not a good thing to say, I guess, but it's just an observation is that like I'm the kind of I'm like one thing away from insanity, like all the time. Like I'm not even joking. Like I am like one stupid thing, or it just all the time. So sometimes I'm on my shit and like
right.
and I'm okay, and other times I'm losing my fucking mind, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like some people like I have a good amount of patience and shit, but like just the way my brain works, I'm like on the verge of insanity all the time. So like one fucking thing just sends me one direction or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
It just does, and that's just how I am. So some fucking days I'll just come home and I'm just fucking depressed, and all the energy sucked out of me.
Yeah.
I can't believe I made it through work. And other
Right.
days I'm fine.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
that's how I am too, man.
I would
Just
like to bring it to a more consistent level, but
that's a good point.
yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely has something to do with the amount of drugs I've done in my lifetime. It
Yeah.
just has to, dude. There's just like no, you know, like
but then I question if that's just an easy cop out. If that's just an
It's
easy way to be like to be lazy and just
it's
be
a
like
partly a way to not address it,
Right,
for sure. But you have to be honest with
with
yourself.
the psychology of
that
it, the
it
biology.
definitely
Yeah,
affects.
definitely. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, it
You
definitely
know.
tinkering with your levels of whatever's in there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's,
Well, and that's another thing too, is that's a perfect example of what I was talking about like a little bit ago about how like you have to do it to find out. Like if I could go back in time and tell myself like, dude, you really want to do that fucking heroin? Like you want to do that, because I'm going to tell you what happens after you do.
Yeah,
But you
it
got
still
to.
wouldn't. Do you think it still would like because do you
No.
think if someone like an ex drug addict like
No.
said that to you in the moment, you'd be like, yeah,
No,
fuck
but
off.
if myself from the future did, it'd
Right,
be
and-
different.
yeah, that's so true. That's true. But
but
isn't it fucked up that someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know that this is a stupid bad idea.
yeah,
and
still
but
gonna
for
do
some reason, because of like how you feel about life in the world, it drove you to do that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it sucks that like we were put at that point. You know what I mean? Like that we put ourselves in that position to do that. You know, but it is what it is.
Gotta
and-
fit. It's like there's a bunch of shit like that. There's a bunch of you know, like corny sayings that like when you're younger you're like, yeah, fuck that, and then you realize
Right.
that like, yeah, they kind of,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly,
Like
yeah.
whether it's fucking, you know, don't say anything that you know
Don't
whatever
say anything if you don't have anything nice to
say
shit
or
like
whatever.
that.
It's like, yeah, you're probably right, because it's probably better off than it's a bigger headache if I say something mean
Exactly.
to somebody and they fucking get bent out of shape,
Right.
and then I gotta argue with. Hey, you're probably right. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's a bunch of shit like that, but you don't get to figure that out until you fuck it up
on your own accord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just fuck it up. You
So
gotta fuck it up.
there's a good line in a rap song. He says, "Some mistakes are too much fun to only make once."
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I mean. It's like you know it's bad. You know it. You know the repercussions were bad last time you did it, but you're still gonna do it again.
Well, you
'cause
know, and
it's
then
fun in the moment.
there's a whole nother layer where some things are questionably bad. Like they're
Right.
bad for certain reasons, but they may not necessarily be bad for the reasons that people tell you they are. And like,
Yep.
and
and that
are they
screws
bad to you?
misinformation,
Yeah.
like, drives people to do things that they normally wouldn't
Crazy
do, or
stuff.
vice versa.
Yeah, like I know people that do drugs because they're bad, and like
Yeah.
and they behave like, because when I was younger, my dad was open about smoking weed, so I didn't feel guilt doing drugs.
Right.
A lot of people have done drugs their whole life with that guilt on,
Yeah.
and like they behave a different way about doing the drugs. Like I remember, I'm not gonna say any names, but the person I used to do heroin with, they were mad sketchy about it all the time, and they
Right.
were like always like uptight, like nervous, and they
Yep.
had to do it and get rid of it.
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah, I was never like
I've seen
that.
like the shame
Yeah.
that comes with it. You know what I mean? That comes with like they know that like what they're doing is not good, and that's at some point I feel like everyone as an addict like hits that question like
Yeah.
do I really like, is this like what I want to really keep doing?
Yeah,
And then you that road splits.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you either stop doing it or you just continue on with it.
Yeah.
But like the scary thing for me is that like I'm not like I could probably maybe see myself doing it like again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of not drinking and like not coping with the way that I've been
Yeah.
living my life for the past 31 years.
Well, see the scariest thing to me, man, after being an addict is to give it all up. That's
Yeah,
scary.
yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to walk towards whatever makes me the most nervous, and whatever makes me the most nervous is thinking about doing the rest of my life without being high, drunk, or whatever. That scares me. I'm just gonna go
So
for
you
it.
try to do that.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm aiming for.
That's a good mission, I'd say.
Yeah, but you know the biggest battle is the weed, man. That's
Yeah.
it. Honest to God, it's so weird how I could kick dope, stop drinking, fucking stop doing Molly, and fucking.
It's cause like, dude,
but
like,
weed is just fucking
like the amount that it affects you on a regular basis, and it's just so different than every other drug. It really is. Like,
Yeah.
there's no other drug like weed.
Right. Well, there's so many different strains and like
Yeah, exactly.
different ways to smoke it. You can eat
Right,
it, and
exactly.
and like and like it's something where that you can like. It's the only drug in my life where I've gone backwards with it. Where I used to smoke it crazy amounts when I was younger, and now I don't smoke it as much.
Yeah.
Like I can hit my vape pen a couple times or smoke a bowl, and that I'm good.
Yeah.
With any other drug, I go
Yeah,
the
it goes the
opposite.
other
I
way,
go
yeah.
fucking heavy. Like I just can't get enough of
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? But like weed's like for some reason I enjoy weed more when I show restraint or when
definitely.
in moderation.
Yeah,
I
it's
enjoy
more rewarding.
Yeah,
when you space it out.
I enjoy it in moderation.
Yeah, and when you don't do it a lot, right?
Right.
When you just take a couple hits,
Yeah.
and like maybe once a week or something like that. Like if you kept it to once a week, you'd
Yeah.
get so high off of those fucking 2 hits.
Right. Or and it's just what the behavior that I had when I would do other drugs or drink was just gotta go
Constant.
ham.
Dude, you gotta have more.
Gotta keep
Gotta
going.
have more, like Steve-O says.
Right. Well, but and that's just something to do with the classification of the drug, where you can only get so high
on any drug. Yeah.
Well, but the thing is that with weed, like it only affects you so much. You know, it's like if I fucking bang some dope, I'm hella affected. Like I might even die. You know what I mean? But like I can only smoke so much weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
Weed, but you
might convince yourself you're dying, but after you eat a cheeseburger, you'll be alright. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it just behaves differently. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So,
that's why it's so great. That's why it's so like
it's just comforting, man.
Right. It's
There's
just
something
enough.
comforting
It's
about
just enough to take the edge off, but not enough to like make everything else suck after you don't have it. But
yeah,
I agree that there is definitely some cons to it, especially the come down of it.
Yeah.
Makes me tired.
Tired
the
as
next
fuck.
day you feel groggy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And if you were to not smoke for a few days, you wouldn't have that feeling. You'd
you
feel
feel
alert
better.
and- yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up. It's a fucked up thing, but it's a constant battle, folks, and that's what we're out here doing. You know what I mean?
Type 1 if you feel us.
Type 1, type 2 if you die.
Whoever the one person is that's been watching us
Feel
for the
us.
full hour,
Yo,
appreciate it.
email, bro.
Holla at your boy. I'm
Holla at
sure
your
you
boys.
know us personally, and
Probably,
we're a
I'm
bunch
sure.
of fucking morons.
Thank you for watching us, guy.
Whoever you are, whether
right.
it's fucking.
Could be Garrett, could be fucking
It's
Clayton.
not Garrett.
Could
Garrett, if it's you, fuck you.
Garrett, if it's you, let me borrow your dump truck. All right, guys.
All right, holla at your boy.
Holla at you.
Purple Walls,
Hold
19.
on. Let me give a shout out real quick.
Okay.
Equinox Fest is coming up in Maine. Minoit, Maine is this.
Minoit?
Yeah, Minoit, MINOT. Equinox Arts and Music Festival. Electric Impulse is putting it on. They're fucking slaying it. That's the place I put the mix contest in for. I was telling you about. They're out.
Oh yeah.
So they're announcing the winners tomorrow. So,
Oh fuck
yo,
yeah.
fucking vote for your
Vote
boy.
for your
even though
boy.
There's no voting, but
All right. Hold on. I want to do a shout out to my favorite porn star, Carly Gray. Holla at your boy, Carly.
Carly Gray, what's up, girl? Yo, hit us up.
All right, you got some fat titties. All right, bye.
We'll get you on the show. Peace out. Whee!